slowly realized that it wasn't the career that I dreamed of and the career that I got into to make a difference. And it always breaks hearts at events like this when I say I'm not a Republican. I consider myself an independent. But what I saw is a media ecosystem that was so blatantly biased toward one political party when our job is supposed to be to hold powerful people accountable. And here the powerful people are Democrats. Again, I don't want to break any hearts. So I just thought, why is the media not focusing more on holding Democrats accountable? So I quit my job in TV news in November of 2021 to launch the Undivided podcast. I know there's a lot of subscribers in the crowd. I appreciate the support that you've shown. Yes, thank you. I mean, we really truly cannot do the show and independent media and what we're trying to do to bring balance back to the state without each and every one of you. I would also, before I introduce Jonathan Choe, be remiss if I did not bring up our friend Dori Monson. Yeah. Dori was one of the last true watchdogs of government, and obviously we lost his former executive producer, Nicole Thompson, is over there. Nicole, if you want to wave. And Nicole came to work for me at the podcast after Dori passed away. So not only did we lose a mentor and a friend, but the state of Washington lost one of the few members of the media who was really trying to just hold people accountable regardless of political party. Someone who I think has helped to fill that void is Jonathan Choe. So Jonathan will tell his tale, also a former corporate news reporter for Como TV in town. His departure was a little different than mine, but he has quickly become one of the most influential and dogged members of the media I have known in 15 years in the Seattle media. And so Jonathan Choe is here to talk to us about what he's doing for Discovery Institute and about how you can all help. Jonathan Choe.
Brandi, thank you so much for that intro. I promise I'm not a politician. Don't worry. I won't be long either. Hey, first of all, what's up, reasonable people of Washington State? Before I begin, I just want to qualify everything by quickly saying that if anyone is offended by what I'm about to say, you can blame Brian Haywood. He's the one who invited me. Let's give everyone a hand to Brian for bringing together this incredible gathering of just like-minded people who really care about our state, who care about democracy, who care about freedom, who care about America. And this is the place to do it. So I am absolutely stunned. Is there anybody here from mainstream media? That's what I thought. They're not going to cover this. Journalist and senior fellow at Discovery Institute, and I am still banned from Governor Inslee's press conferences, and King County Executive DOW Constantine hates answering my questions. Google that if you don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, thank you so much for having me here right now. I have so much to talk about, and at Discovery Institute what I do is I focus on the homeless crisis, the drug addiction crisis, public safety. But today I wanted to talk about what's happening to Washington State media. And I'm primarily talking about mainstream media. It is a storyteller. Let me repeat that one more time. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. When I heard that, you know, I'm not a Steve Jobs fanboy, but I was like, why didn't I ever hear that? I immediately ran home, Googled, and here's what the rest of the quote said. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation that is to come. Ladies and gentlemen, understanding how the media works and leveraging media isn't only important for the candidates, for elected officials, but for you guys, citizen journalists. How many people have iPhones or cell phones that record? Okay, thank you. Everyone should be putting up their hand. The power is in your hands. And I want to share a very quick example recently of a situation that had tremendous momentum. How many people heard about SB 5599, this insane transgender bill pushed by State Senator Marco Leas? There was a grassroots referendum to collect signatures and overturn this so we can get onto the November ballot. But unfortunately, it fell by only a few thousand votes. We did the post-mortem. And of course, a lot of things could have been done differently. I want to give a hand right now, first of all, to Dawn Land, the mom who mobilized this, and many of the volunteers out here, including the King County GOP, that helped mobilize this. Well, it didn't work out, but one of the post-mortem details that I picked up on was the fact that local mainstream media barely covered what was happening. When you don't cover what's happening, okay, and especially we know there are powers that be in Washington State that want to stifle information. Yes. What do you think happens when events like that or movements like that are uncovered? It's a danger to our democracy because people don't know what's going on. Afterwards, I talked to reporters. Did you even know there was a referendum? No, Choe, I had no idea. I talked to my neighbors. No, Choe, had no idea. So the lesson here is this in closing. I'm here to sound the alarm that media is extremely powerful, yet at the same time, this is the opportunity for conservatives, especially here in Washington State, to get involved, invest, and raise up the next generation of storytellers. Because, ladies and gentlemen, there is still time to win.